Hey there YouTube, Elite Legionarii here, bringing you a 2 vs 2 for Total War Rome 2. I'll be joined by Doc Holiday in this battle. I believe this is my first upload of a 2v2 with Doc. I'm not live coming with him, but I mean maybe we'll do that in future, I don't know, it just depends if he wants to. But I have 2 others I did with him as well, so the next 3 battles will be 2 vs 2s that I teamed up with Doc Holiday with. For those of you who don't know Doc, I've done several videos with him on the first Rome Total War in the past, and I think I've done some Napoleon Total War ones with him as well. So anyway, he took Epirus, I took Carthage, our opponents took Rome and the Seleucid Empire. So we take a look at my guys first. I have 4 African pikemen for the core. I have, I think it was 4 Balearic slingers. Yep, 4 Balearic slingers. In the back here I have 4 units of Carthaginian hoplites, 5 units of noble cav, 1 unit of African war elephants, and he took, let's see, 4 units of mercenary Rhodian slingers. Here's a unit of pikemen out here, and then 4 Hellenic Royal Guard. He has, I think it is, let's see, just checking here, 1 Hellenic Royal Cav and 3 Aspis Cav, Companion Cav, 2 Agrianian Axemen, which is a very good peltist unit. So this Seleucid player, if you look at his army, he has 2 Azart Knights and 2 Hellenic Cataphracts, all of which are completely maxed out to the top upgrade, so you can see all the upgrade flags there. Not really seen this on Rome 2, and then he's got 4 units of Camel Archers, which are basically the same thing. So they've got huge upgrades, which means he's got a very small army with lots of upgrades. So look at these Cataphracts here, look at this, 80, probably nearly 100 base morale, probably let's see, look at that, probably a 39 melee defense. So I mean that's some seriously powerful cavalry, but his army's so small, and to be honest, I just don't think super upgraded armies are as powerful in Rome 2 as they were in Rome 1. I don't think in any Total War game since Rome 1 his upgrades been quite as efficient. So here Doc brings up his 4 mercenary Rhodian slingers. He opens up here on the enemy auxiliary Syrian archers, which is a fight he should easily win, simply because his guys are better, I believe. I'm not sure, because I find that definitely still, as of this stage, slings are much better than archers. I don't know if they're going to fix that up, though. I hope they do, because I'd sooner archers be more usable. I like the 2 of them to be kind of both very usable, but at the moment it's just slingers that are more usable. He was having some problems here for some reason. No matter what he keep telling them to do, tell them to attack, they keep running forward. It is a bit of a problem at the moment. Sometimes missile units keep running forward, so he's just needlessly lost half his unit, and that's not even his fault. It's just annoying game mechanics there. But needless to say, he's already routed this unit, which is testament to these guys' superiority, although these guys have gotten routed too, so I don't know, because it's on patch 1.6 now, maybe the archers are a bit stronger than they were, because normally they just got completely annihilated every time. So he doesn't want to lose any more of his slings, so what he does here is he rushes 2 of his Aspis Cav forward to try and run them off. And I don't actually think I outlined the Roman army. So obviously he had 4 of those auxiliary and Syrian archers. And then he has 6 units of Praetorian Guard, and 5 units of, I think it's 4 units of Praetorian Guard and 4 units of auxiliary infantry. Then he's got his general, and then he's got, I think it's either 3, might be a 4th one that's hidden too, of auxiliary cavalry. So what we decided to do is, because we realised that the Seleucid army is so small and heavily upgraded, we just decided to leave a small area behind to guard them off. 3 of my noble cav here, and then we just send everything out to the Roman basically, because I can just send my hoplites to assist and hold that up, and he can put Agrianians in and pikes and whatever. We're just going to hold back. I believe he sends 1 of these Aspis Cav back just in case the Seleucid pushes forward, and as you can see there's a 4th auxiliary cavalry. So over here I'll make a push with 2 of my hoplites, my elephant, and 2 of my noble cav, where I leave the other 3 to assist off the Seleucid player. The rest of my army I'm going to push forward, and we're just going to kind of put down pressure on the Roman player. So Doc's going to line up his mercenary not Balearics, I'm looking at my guys, his mercenary Rhodian slingers there. So I definitely think the Rhodian slingers are better than his auxiliary Syrian archers. It's just the way it went for Doc there for some reason. It was a bit odd, because they kept kind of pushing forward and running forward when they didn't need to, which was really bad for him. So now he's using concentrated fire, and this is something he wasn't doing before. And Bo sent him a message to do. And concentrated fire is was much more efficient than just dividing your fire all over the flank. As you can see, by the time this unit's gotten into position, it's lost like 30 men. And another thing you notice too with this blood and gore pack is, like, if they get hit by one stone, pretty much their entire body is just drenched in blood. Sometimes it's a little bit over the top. Here he gets a nice charge with one of his Aspis Cav, which should enable him to run down these archers here, at least one of them. It's pretty cool, the blood all over their nice white capes, looks very neat. I don't know what he was doing here. He kind of sent his guys to fight them. It was silly, he should have drawn them back. Used them to hold up any slings before they could be used to outflank. So here Doc's just using his guys to cream them. Over here we're pushing hard on the Roman Cav, and he completely surrenders this height advantage, which could have been useful to him, although he would have been completely isolated anyway. So yeah, it's probably best that he comes back to this area, because this elusive player, I don't know what he's doing. He just completely setting up over here and ignoring his ally, which is terrible, because I think he's thinking his upgrades are going to carry him in this fight, but they're not, because they're not like they were in the original Rome. So here's two of these. I think one of his Hellenic Royal Cavalry and then his Aspis Cav catch these guys' auxiliaries off, and they'll lose that fight anyway. Those Aspis Cav, very few things can compete with Aspis Cav in a protracted melee. And as you can see, I'm guessing this guy was fairly inexperienced with how Rome 2 works, because he just charges straight into these pikemen, these Hellenic Royal Guards and everything. So Doc is easily just going to absolutely destroy all this infantry like it's just nothing. So let's get some close-ups of this. He'll just destroy them like they're nothing. You should never ever do this. If you are still new to Rome 2 and want to know how to defeat pikes, this is an example of what not to do, because you should never do this. If we look at these Praetorians, they're already lost 30 men. No, these auxiliary infantry are already going, and Doc has lost 4 men or so in his pikes. You do not face pikes like this, particularly these are real elite Hellenic Royal Guard. So over here, I complete an encirclement on the enemy Cav, and now we're starting to rout them. And now I'm starting to outflank his forces with these pikes. I managed to rout these auxiliary infantry over the other side here. And I've also sent my general in here to kill his general. As you can see, there he goes off. One of them goes off their horse there. But I mean, look at that. All that Roman infantry just instantly annihilated, completely and utterly. So here the Seleucid player brings up his camels. I just withdraw my guys back here. I just want to see if I can kind of draw him in a little bit more so we can completely trap him. So there you go, easy peasy victory for Doc. And if we look at some of Doc's Aspis Cav, this one's got what, 97. Some more over here. I'm sure this one's got 29. Most of his Aspis Cav get over 200 by the end of this battle. Doc pretty much gets all the kills in this fight, because the Seleucid player just doesn't do anything. So Doc mostly got all the fight with the Roman. I just did a bit of support work. So here comes the Seleucid Azet Knights and Hellenic Cataphracts and Wedge. I'm going to stop my guys here and try and get them into position and brace. Then I'm going to use my Noble Cav to I'm going to use one of my Noble Cav to try and catch some so I can force them to fight me. So, my Noble Cav would lose the fight with these dudes. But now they're stuck. Getting them to come out of that fight is going to be tricky, and now I'm just going to pull these guys back. Got my infantry in for support. I've got plenty of it. I've got lots of support units over here. I've got missiles, got elephants if I need them. They helped turn this fight over here real quickly, not that we really need them. Doc managed to catch some of these camels, and this unit's up to 141 kills. I mean, look at it, all his pikes got crap tons of kills. Over here, so we've managed to completely put numbers down onto this unit of Azet Knights, so their upgrades are not really going to be that good to them now when they're so isolated and so completely surrounded. So, I mean, there's Doc's Aspis Cab, keep going, 177 on that one now. What's this one got? 137. So he gets crap tons of kills with those guys. But they're an awesome unit. He's going to close the gap with this Hellenic Royal Cav. I kept these guys in reserve in case they attack, but he's going to close it with these dudes. So let's watch them. Look at them drenched in blood there. Look at them, he's just drenched. Sometimes I think the blood animations are a little overkill sometimes, and then other times they're perfect. But there goes one of those super expensive Azart Knights, and only got 21 kills, so very, very wasteful. And as you can see, Doc is still running off these camels. And this one's 191 and 155, so those Aspis Cav got tons of kills. This one's got only 39, but I'm sure it will start clocking them. So we're just reforming up our troops now. Bring them over here. As you can see, if I hold down the space bar, that's where I was moving to with my guys. I don't know it. You can still see Doc was coming up over here. But what's he got left? He's got one Azart Knight and 2 Hellenic Cataphracts. If we use them properly, he could probably do a bit of damage simply due to upgrades, but we've just got so much numbers. I mean, look at that bar. Totally in our favour. And to be honest, I'm not trying to be mean to this guy, but he completely ruined his team's chances. He didn't even try and help the Roman, or barely. He should have had his knights in there trying to do everything he could to stop Doc's infantry. The Roman player was obviously very inexperienced with dealing with phalanxes, at least as a Roman or sword-based faction, because he did it all wrong without being mean. I'm trying to be mean. Look at these pikemen, these are just traditional pikemen. They got 142. Well, they fought the auxiliary infantry though, so. But these Hellenic Royal Guards, you know, look at them. 114 men, 120, 111, they lost less than 10 men each, and they destroy those Praetorian units, so you just don't go head on. So here he does charge Doc's guys when they were out of phalanx, which was very fortunate, because he does enough. It was a bit risky, but he does enough to stop the phalanx reforming. Sometimes you can reform it, other times you cannot. But the problem with this is he has given no account to me. So I bring all my cavalry in, and I put my slings in behind him, and I am dishing out some damage with those, but I will simply use all my cavalry to close the encirclement. So let's watch this guy charge. So I get a full charge with trample right into their backs while they're pinned down. I get 2 actually. So they'll take a long time to break because they've got so many upgrades, and but they haven't got a heap of kills, like seriously. And now they're completely stuck, and I'm bringing up my pikes here just to put a jam on them, because your own pikes will not hit your own cav or your own units or your allies' units. So I can just sit my pikes here in pike formation, so if he tries pulling out, he's going to have to go through them. He's going to have to go the other way, and he's not going to be able to go the other way because there's so much stuff blocking him from the other way. So these guys are not getting out, but they're doing pretty good considering what they've got. They've got out to around 30 kills, which is quite a lot under the circumstances. So let's try and watch some of these fights. I've put my settings up properly so I can get you like decapitations and stuff, but they're hard to find, especially in battles like this. Sometimes easy. Our best way to find them, in my opinion, if you're looking for them, is to go slow motion and watch fights then, because you can take plenty of time to see everything then, and try and lock fights that are singled out on the sides of the formation. If we look at these guys, they're absolutely drenched in blood, but they've done a pretty good job considering, but so they should with those upgrades, but they're just he totally misused them, his whole army this fight, didn't even support his ally. And I mean, I've been stressing this forever on my channel now since I begun. If you're in a 2v2, 3v3, 4v4, doesn't matter if it's Rome 1, doesn't matter if it's Medieval 2, doesn't matter if it's Empire, Napoleon, Shogun, or this, you must work together, or you will not win unless you are extremely lucky or one hell of a good micro and got a heap of overpowered units. Otherwise you are not going to win this fight, these kind of fights. It's that simple, guys. You have to use teamwork. I'm sure most of you know this. I'm talking to you who already understand, but there are a few people out there who simply refuse to do it, and they wonder why they can't win 2v2s, because it is a team effort. So that was a decisive victory, but I think Doc got about 1,200 kills, and I only got a measly 380. He did almost everything. I just did a couple of supports to help him rout areas of the battlefield, and that was it. This was a totally Doc's fight. The Seleucid player just didn't engage anywhere until it was way too late. And I mean, Doc's Aspis Cap, 2 of them got over 200, and I think the other one got it like 150. And then the Hellenic Royal Cap, we got like 80. He got tons of kills, and his pikes got crap loads as well, particularly just the standard pikemen. Nonetheless, a good game. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I have 2 more on the way. Game with Doc Holiday, so I will see you then. So thanks for watching, and be looking forward to that.